you're in a slump or just feeling a bit bored, I have got 7 really great, fast-paced, action-packed, page-turning book recommendations here for you to beat the boredom. First up, The Favourite Sister by Jessica Knoll. So fans of the TV show Unreal will love this one. This is about a fictional reality show that's supposedly this feminist reality show that focuses on businesswomen and their careers. But of course, the producers of the show don't always have the women's best interests at heart. But we're not just talking about a few screaming fights here. Season 4 of this show ends in murders. So this book follows 2 sisters who are 2 of the main cast members on this show. And we know that by the end of the season, one of them will have been murdered. And so in this book, we're flashing back and forth to piece together everything that went wrong to lead up to that murder. Then A Window Breaks by C.M. Ewan is so action-packed, it's hard to even breathe while reading this book. It all takes place over the course of one night that begins when a man is woken at 2 AM by a noise and finds that his home has been broken into. And so we follow him throughout that night as he tries to protect himself, his wife, daughter, and their dog from these intruders. So that in itself is already such a page-turning storyline, but we're also throughout it trying to piece together parts of a wider mystery. Then Black 13 by Adam Hamdy. This is a spy thriller unlike anything else, so this is set in a world that is essentially crumbling. Radical extremists have found ways to outmaneuver the government and intelligence agencies at every step. And so we follow an exiled ex-MI6 agent called Scott Pierce who realises the only way he can help is to totally burn the espionage rulebook and start again. And James Patterson read this book and said that action never flags, it never ever stops. A really short page turner that reads kind of like watching a Black Mirror episode is The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. So this is about a man taking a British citizenship test, and that's basically all you should know going in. I'm not going to spoil anything more than that, other than that this takes place in a dystopian version of reality. Now, maybe you saw the Netflix movie of this next one, but Bird Box by Josh Malerman is so gripping and so page-turning. So in this one, these really mysterious creatures have appeared in the world that can cause harm to you just by you seeing them. And so people are afraid of even looking outside their houses. They have to wear blindfolds at basically all times. And with that sense totally removed, if you're not used to that, this is a terrifying world. And there were quite a lot of changes in between this book and the movie. So even if you've seen the film, you will find surprises in here. Then I've picked Recursion by Blake Crouch. So this is another book that I could not put down recently, and this is a kind of tech thriller. So in this world, something called false memory syndrome has started to spread through the public, where people are suddenly gaining memories of whole lives that they never actually lived, remembering like marriages, children, jobs, whole experiences that didn't really happen. So our detective Barry Saturn has to try and figure out what sinister technology is causing this to happen, and I was absolutely hooked start to finish. And then finally, a very sinister, fast-paced book is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. So this is about a married couple who share a very dark secret, but you will not be able to guess what happens in this book. They have secrets from the world, they have secrets from each other. It just keeps constantly changing who you believe and who you're rooting for. You're basically terrified of everybody in this book, but you won't be able to put it down. And if you'd like some more thriller recommendations to beat the boredom, I have put together a whole playlist for you here of our videos about thrillers, so do click through and watch any of those, and leave a comment if you've got any fast-paced book recommendations of your own. See you next time.